Hi, I'm Susan Kidd. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Sustainability at Agnes Scott College, and I'm here to introduce the fifth and final video in our Fall 2017 video series about the renovation of Rebekah Hall. But first I want to do a special thanks to Emma Dufresne. She's in the class of 2019, an Environmental and Sustainability Studies minor, and she's behind the camera today. It was her idea and her execution to put this video series together. So from the Center for Sustainability, thank you, Emma. But what I want to talk about are two things that are at the heart of this project. The two are sustainability and teamwork. In terms of sustainability, this project has already had a lot of success. There's sustainability across all aspects of the project, from the low-flow toilets to really making great use of the historic windows for daylighting in all the spaces. The folks working on this building have made sure it's very sustainable and really a model for green building. And now we're in the process of installing a geothermal heat and air conditioning system that'll mean we have very little addition to the college's carbon footprint through electricity or natural gas, and that's really going to help us meet our goal of climate neutrality by 2037. So in terms of teamwork, taking a 1905 building and renovating it to 21st century standards is really a big challenge, especially with green building in mind. So it's been important that we had an integrated design approach, which simply means that the team has been in communication since the project concept, through the design, and into the implementation. So we're in constant communication. The team is made up of construction, engineering, design, a whole host of different areas of expertise all working together. So we're going to turn it over to the interviews from these team members and get their thoughts on the renovation of Rebekah.
So I'm the project manager, which means that I manage the money, getting materials here, overall supporting Pepe, playing liaison between the architect, the subcontractors, the owner, which is, Agnes Scott and Carter.
Please.
Yes.
I'm in charge of all our field operations. I'm in charge of the schedule, safety of workers, performance.
So field and office.
Field and office, yes.
The architect comes in before us and they kind of figure out spatial layouts, like what the building looks like, from exterior and interior, the renovation work, what rooms get renovated. Then we come back and say, okay, how does the structure work? Can it hold the loads that are intended? Like for instance, floor loads, people walking, furniture, things like that. So that's pretty much what we do, make sure the structure is sound, essentially.
I work with our engineers, like our mechanical and electrical engineers, and civil engineers. I work with furniture coordination, coordinating the new graphics package that will go into the project. So, coordinating all the different players and keeping the ship going in the right way.
What we primarily focus on is oversight of all design and construction activities on the project, as well as budget and schedule management, and procurement, and working with any individual owner, consultants, or vendors that would be part of the project team.
The role is to make sure that we deliver the building on time and on budget. We've gone down to what we call the bones, down to the dirt floors and the walls and all that stuff, and building it back up to being a really solid building.
Have the opportunity to work on a building of such age provides a unique set of challenges, but also it's very intriguing to work on a building that old, to see how things were done back in those days.
There's so much history and involved in structures like this, and it's so important to try to salvage that. And one good part of salvaging an older building is the LEED aspect of it. You're not tearing down and building new, and you get so much added benefit from that.
Our background of steel and concrete structure, buildings that are strong bones, and you go into a wood structure building, early 1900s, that you have to do a lot, be very creative on the ways you're reinforcing the building in order to make the modern accommodations fit, like the bathrooms, for example.
So every time Pepe pulled plaster off the walls to expose the structure, we thought we'd be doing one thing. We didn't know when we were starting to pull down plaster what we would find.
When you uncover finishes and ceilings and walls, you don't know what you're going to get underneath. So we took guesses based on our experience with buildings of this age. Once you kind of uncover everything, you have to adjust and go from there.
And when we're doing this kind of renovation now, especially as ceilings came down and we tore down walls and everything, you start to see the footprints, the fingerprints of these past lives of Rebekah. Here, it's like they want to bring life back to Rebekah and really reuse it and make it a big part of campus again.
We're renovating it with not only sustainability but preservation in mind too. It's the old flavor of Rebekah, but with new things in it.
You know, we're doing basic upgrades like to the lighting and everything, and of course we're adding air conditioning that everyone's excited about, understandably.
These bathrooms are gonna be nice. I really think they're gonna like them. They're definitely modernized completely, but then also as you go out, there's a gathering area at the end of the hall with like a full kitchen, and it's not just some little kitchen. It's actually like a nice kitchen on the other side. Patrick and the JP&A team have designed a really nice like loungy area and
Study rooms.
mm-hmm.
So you have 2 study rooms facing each side of the building, which you didn't have that before. It's going to have the historic part on the exterior, and it's going to be nice on the inside.
Yeah, like you'll walk in the rooms and they'll still feel the same. It's the same room and they're still nice and big. They just get more modern amenities, like you get Wi-Fi everywhere. I mean, that's pretty nice, right?
Big elevator.
Big elevator, big new elevator for moving in.
We're giving each floor its own identity. I think that I'm really excited to see the kind of the graphics that we're putting up and all the doors and everything. I think everyone will really enjoy that quite a bit.
I think, if I was a student going to move back into Rebekah, the one thing that would really excite me is to have my own entrance. For many years, the students would go out several doors of the building and didn't really have a place of arrival or sense of arrival when they got home after a long day of class or many hours of studying in the library. So now we've focused that on one main entrance, and that'll be where the elevator is to take students up to the 2nd and 3rd floor. It'll also have a nice little lounge space so that it's a good place for everybody to get together. If you're going to have folks from the 3rd and 2nd floor getting together to go to the dining hall and eat dinner, hey, we'll meet down in the lobby, where before they didn't have that.
The fact that we're even renovating a building in of itself, I think, is a undersold story, really. There are institutions that would have just knocked Rebekah down and built something new in its place. What we're putting in is intended to be maintainable and sustainable for decades to come.
I appreciate that part. The students are being very helpful. The staff, you guys are being great. The owners, John and everybody are excellent. Todd and David, Aaron, Owen, very cooperative. And on my end, it's what I really like the most because I don't have to worry about that. I just keep worrying about the building getting done, getting completed, safety of the workers, and make sure everybody's on schedule. And this other part that I normally worry about, I don't worry about it.
We're getting ready at this point to turn the corner from the non-glamorous portion of the structural work and the infrastructure of mechanical and electrical and plumbing, things that don't really beautify the building, but things that really support and make it a great place. But in the next couple months, we'll start moving into those finishes, and it'll really start to take shape. So looking forward to going on to the next phase.
And if you take the right attitude, and the attitude has to come from the president on down. So President Keisha, myself, and Susan Kidd, we've made it into fun. It isn't a chore. It isn't the point where we have to do something. We're looking for ways to try to create sustainability. Mike?
As a recent graduate of Agnes Scott, how has your role in this renovation impacted how you view the importance of sustainability communications on our campus?
Well, I am the lead sustainability fellow here in the Center for Sustainability at Agnes Scott College, and that means that I kind of have my hand in all the lead projects happening on campus. Here at Agnes Scott, we do try to promote transparency across all different borders. We want to make sure that our community is well involved and well informed on what we're doing and making sure that we're providing the information to them. So we want to make sure that they know that yes, the building is going to have air conditioning. Yes, we are making sure that we're keeping, the students in the forefront of the renovation, like what is going to work best for them living in this building. We had a lot of different opinions, a lot of different teamwork coming together to make this a project, and me seeing this and the final result is really cool because I learned a lot about like the background stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think go into a building. I was thinking interior design is all about, you know, just the end finishes, the touches to it, but really it goes deeper into the foundations of the building and structurally what it looks like and how we can work with, you know, our facilities team on, you know, taking care of the building after it's open. So seeing all these different people come together is really profound.